Hi, my name's Joanne Harris. I'm a London bus driver and a Unite union activist. As you probably heard in the news and all through the week, we've lost 14 of our members to this nasty coronavirus. 9 of which were London bus drivers, one of which I knew personally, which is very sad. And it's amazing how fast this thing takes people as well. 2 days gone. Absolutely amazing. The problems we have in London is TfL dragging their heels with all the things they should be doing to make it safer, cleaning of the buses, distribution of PPE, masks, gloves, all this sort of thing. And also the fact that we've been demanding from day one that the front of the buses are sealed and people come on through the middle doors, much like they've been doing across Europe. But still they're dragging their heels. They're trialling it in one of the garages, so probably about 30 buses. We've got 9,500 out there that are not being done. How much trialling do we need to do? We've trialled people dying, that seems to work. So let's try and save them. And I think rather than trialling this thing, they should just get on and do it. It's been very difficult. Bus drivers, I've even had reports of some of our members being spat at by people shouting, "I've got coronavirus." Now, what we've done in London buses to combat any of this sort of thing going on is that they've covered up the talking holes in the assault screen, so people can't talk. But there are huge gaps underneath and around the oyster reader as people get on the bus. So unless this virus has become the size of a football, which I very much doubt, it can still get through. So this is why we're demanding that TfL close the front doors of the buses until this thing's over. We also have another issue in London, is that bus drivers are now being forced to work even longer hours through this. Sunday services are notoriously longer because there's less buses on the road. So the particular job you can end up being 10 or 12 hours a day. Now, by doing that, of course, I'm trying to explain how this works. Bus schedules are stretched out dependent upon traffic, the amount of traffic on the road, the time of day, etc., etc. Now, a Sunday service allows for a lot of traffic because, Sundays these days everyone's out. So, at the moment, of course, they've got the same schedules on, but there's no traffic. So buses are meandering around with hardly anybody on them, going backwards and forwards, sitting around on stands, and bus drivers tend to have like 2-hour breaks where they're going to go. Everything's shut, shops are closed, the food shops, outlets. If you find a supermarket to get a sandwich, there's a long queue, can't do it. So the whole thing is just geared towards money, as usual. TfL obviously don't want to lose their... I mean, they're losing, 80% of their revenue at the moment because of the coronavirus. Well, we're saying, why bother? Let's lose the other 20%. Let's keep it safe for everyone. Our members are running scared across London. They really are. We have a bus drivers forum on Facebook. We've taken on over 600 members yesterday. So we're now up to almost 4,000 bus drivers in one forum, all asking questions, all wondering what's going on. The problem, I think, for most of us, including just the general public, is the amount of misinformation that's come out over this. Everyone's saying, look, gloves are good, but you have to know how to take them on, put them on, take them off. It's all a matter of having the right information. Of course, nobody has. Everyone's got different information. I mean, reality, talking to doctors, if you have a face mask, you're breathing in and out, that's getting damp, and the more damp it gets, if there is a virus about it, it's going to latch onto that dampness because it sits in the moisture. So you'll breathe it in anyway. Most masks are changed within about 2-3 hours. No, they're all telling us to wash our hands frequently. Ooh, yeah, wash your hands every half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever. How's a bus driver going to do that? We haven't even got toilets at the end of the routes. So the whole thing is geared towards making money. It's not geared towards saving lives or the bus drivers. The point we're trying to get over to them is that we live in extraordinary times, that these are different. Do away with the schedules. Let's run to an emergency thing. Run the buses we can with the staff we've got. We're down 24% in London at the moment, either out with the virus or self-isolation because of relatives. And yet they expect us to run a full service, 12-hour shifts. I've probably seen that we have been doing as much as we can on with the media, television interviews and stuff like this, bombarding the mayor. It'd be great if you lot bombarded the mayor as well to say, sort out the bus drivers, close the front doors, shorter days, blah blah blah. But here we are, and TFL still dithering. I'm off to do more interviews later on today, and hopefully I forget the sack or actually achieve something. You never know. And we'll see where we go. But thank you very much. Bye.